Namo Buddhaya. Welcome to the new topic, Mindfulness of Dharma. In Vietnamese we call Niệm Pháp. Mindfulness of Dharma is the pause of the last foundations of mindfulness. Now we come to understand a Buddhist terminology, Dhamma. Dhamma it is the Bali word, we can translate into various words. Dhamma means truth. Dhamma means laws. Dhamma means properties. Dhamma means the teachings of the Buddhas. And some Buddhist scholars, they also translate Dhamma as the mental object. But also some scholars, they think that the Dhamma that translates into such mental object is also helps on the second and the third of mindfulness already. So here we just understand that Dhamma is the teachings of the Buddhas. Or we can understand that Dhamma is the categories of phenomena. And in this topic, when we regarding to the categories of the phenomena, it means that Dhamma functions as many categories here, but the most important things and the most common that we experience while we sitting and standing meditation is the five hindrances. And the five hindrances, some topics in our programs, I also talk in detail of the topics of the five hindrances already. And in this topic, the mindfulness of the Dhamma, we also cannot go over these topics because we cannot forget the topics of the five hindrances, because the five hindrances or the Dhammas of five hindrances, it always causes obstacles to the good deeds, especially when we practice tranquility and meditation. So the five hindrances always cause the problem to us and always affairs is in our mind. So if we would like to get the calm of mind and step to the insight meditation retreat, we have to overcome the five hindrances first. Okay, I just told our views on the five hindrances here. The five hindrances include the desires, aversions, sloth and trouble, restlessness and worries, and doubt. Desires is phenomena like while you practice meditation, you like to attain the calmness of mind. You like to see any phenomena that you're looking for. You're looking for luxuries, you're looking for what is easy for you, but actually is when we practice meditation is we happen both wholesome and unwholesome Dhamma, and also sometimes cause hard, sometimes is feel easy, because we come to experience the phenomena of the bodies and minds, and the natures of body and mind is impermanent, it's changeable, it's not stand still, it's not a permanent thing. So when we experience desire, but we don't take a mental repeat, or we don't realize it, and we don't observe it. It brings nothing useful for the practitioner. And aversions, it means dislike. Means we feel uneasy, and then we try to avoid, we try to quit, we wish to quit, or we quit to stop practicing, something like that. And also it causes feel hatred on master's instructor or something like that. So it's not good, and it's always feels against what we call meditation retreats. That is the way we are doing right now and here. And for sloth and troubles, yes, it always causes feel sleepy when we sitting meditation. If we follow sleepy, we don't be mindful, and we don't be aware of all the moments and just all the phenomena of mind. So it's useless if we be sitting and without mindful, everything is happening around us. It is useless. And for restlessness and worry, means our mind does not stop to thinking. It's always thinking surrounds, and just worry about it, about that. It is the obstacle of calmness of mind. And our mind is also jumps around like the monkeys on the trees. And for dog is always happen for one who have a higher education or for scholars that's experts on theories, mean that they know a lot about the theories, and then so when he comes to practice meditation, he always compare between the master instructions and about the techniques of practicing meditation to his or to her knowledge, experience in theory. So always get up, always have the questions in his or her minds, why like this, why like that. And you know, the way that we going to investigate everything says in sitting meditations or walking meditation is not bring us the benefits at all, because while we sitting meditation we have to keep our mind stand still, balance. We don't like anything, we also dislike anything, and we also no need to analyze or investigations as anything else. We have better to follow or abide by the master instruction, and then we just come to focus on our breathing in and breathing out. Then some we have to contemplations on our body, from the detail to from the general to detail, something like that. And also, we also can contemplation as on orders of functions like mindfulness of the body, mindfulness of feeling, mindfulness of Dharma. Like in our programs, in our lesson, I also talk about the mindfulness of the body and the mindfulness of the feeling, but for the mindfulness of mind, not yet. And there I promise with all of you that we talk about a mindfulness of the mind later. And here now we are focusing on the mindfulness of the Dhammas, and the categories of the Dhamma here are the categories of phenomena here is have more than the 5 hindrances, but mostly if you don't understand what is the 5 hindrances and how the 5 hindrances attack to our mind while we are practicing, where we are sitting or where we are walking meditations, it looks like you have no any guidance, or you have no any right guidance to deal with the 5 hindrances. And one more thing that I have experienced, mostly when we come to practice the insight meditations under the 4 mindfulness of the 4 foundations of mindfulness, mostly we have no time for any course of meditation retreats. So our the master, insight meditation master, just guide us about the mindfulness of the body, the mindfulness of the feelings, and the mindfulness of feeling are most common guidance. And for the mindfulness of the Dhammas is very rare that these insight meditation masters concerns about, because maybe it has no mind terms, or it's like it have many categories that we have concern about. So for my Buddhists, they usually ask me that, okay, what is the mindfulness of the Dhammas, and how we realize or how we rely and observe and recognize as it is the mindfulness of the Dhamma. So mindfulness of the Dhamma, even it's very rare to practice, or it's very rare to experience in the practice of insight meditation, but the Buddha also concerns about, regarded about the feelings of the Dhammas. And as all you know, if we focus on the material, it may be easier. For example, if we concerns about the material elements, like the great four elements, like earth, fires, waters, and winds in our body, it can be easier. But for the feeling, perceptions, formations, and consciousness, I mean the five aggregates, of clinging. Now, if we deal with any phenomena of our mind, it may harder. So, in the mindfulness of Dhamma retreats, I mean that the fourth mindfulness, or the last mindfulness in the foundations. So maybe the mindfulness of the Dhamma is it most harder, because we have to experience as not only the five aggregates, the five hindrances. We also come to experience the four noble truths, the eight paths, also, including the 7 factors of enlightenment, something like that. So anyways, for Buddhist devotees, or who want to experience about the categories of the Dhamma, you can follow the mindfulness of Dhamma retreats, or mindfulness of Dhamma's methods. Okay, here in the same sections of mindfulness of the Dhamma, we also have to contemplating the five aggregate, because the five aggregates is very close to our lives, or to practitioners. The five aggregates includes privilege as the body and mind. If we talk in full version, that is the four great elements: feeling, perception, formation, and consciousness. Bali word we call panchakkhanta. Those are rupa, vedana, sanya, sankhara, and consciousness. when we was born, involved with the body and mind is doesn't matter. But the most problem we are going to attach on it. We are going to take the wrong understanding on it. We are misunderstand on it. We are misunderstand on our body and mind. The natures of our body and mind is impermanent, suffering, and non-self. All the natures of the five aggregate are changeable, are afflictions, are non-self. But when we go to cling on it, we always think that our life are permanent. Our lives are happy. Our lives are sad. And when the truth, I mean the ultimate truth, happen to us, we can adopt it. We are unacceptable. We are just not be patient enough, and we don't know how to abandon it, so we feel suffering, so we feel pain. So the benefits of learning Buddhism, especially realize the ways of practice mindfulness of Dharma, means that we follow the methods of the mindfulness of the Dharma to see the ultimate truth of our body and mind. So what is this? That is the impermanent. That is the suffering. That is the non-self of our own body and mind, or of our life. Because ourselves, which we always call or which we always name like the Venerable Trí Quang, actually it is the conditional truth. It means that the truth but untruth, or the truth but unreal. It's just a name. In my body is nowhere named Sư Trí Quang or Venerable Trí Quang. Okay, this is hand. It also have its own name, hand. Fingers, 5 fingers on my right hand side. It also has its name. And the whole of my body too. It already has its own name. Nothing and nowhere does name Venerable Trí Quang in general. So, that is regarding to the conditional truth. And how's about the second truth? That is the ultimate truth. The ultimate truth is the truth and truth, or the truth and real. In our lives, for our lives, in our body and mind, actually, even we call the Venerable Trí Quang, or you name finger, hands, or heads, or any, but for the ultimate truth, it is the four great elements, or it's compounding by the materials element, by earth, waters, fires, and wind. And for the mind, is compounded by feelings, perception, formations, and consciousness by its own karmas, or by its own resource of karmas. When it comes, yes, it brings us to birth. And when it's after it maintains for the well, for the particular time and next, yes, it's hard to disappear. That is death. So, come to practice the mindfulness of the Dharma. It means come to experience our categories of the Dhammas in our life, in our body and mind. So I think that our topic is come to it now. So I hope that all of you may understand these methods and try to experience yourself. Even my theories as all any teachings of the Buddhas. For the theories, there's practicals, and there's outcome. Three of that is, it's nothing important than the others. But one thing you have to note that the theories must need to know. I mean that the theories, any theories, especially the theories of mindfulness of the Dharma, you must need to know. And then by this concept of ehipassiko, the concept of come and see, when you know the theories, when you know the ways to practice, you have to practice by yourself. You have to go alone. So I hope that you can go alone for long until you reach the Nibbana, the extremes of happiness in life. Namo Buddhaya.